I wanted to be a skier, but to be a skier from New Zealand, it is legit impossible. But if you want to be a biathlete, the IBU helps you a lot. So I kind of just became a biathlete because I had to. So we have a biathlon range, but I was much more interested in cross-country skiing. I did lots of cross-country skiing from like 10 to 14. Tried biathlon like a few times, but like my hands just got cold and I was like, this is just kind of bad. Like it's not really for me. And then when I joined the Australian-Brazilian development team, IBU gives a lot of support money to developing nations in biathlon. So IBU would pay for my flight if I did a training camp in Europe. So I wanted to be a skier, but to be a skier from New Zealand, it is legit impossible. But if you want to be a biathlete, the IBU helps you a lot. So I kind of just became a biathlete because I had to.
I actually started biathlon when I was like 5-6 years old. My father and some other parents, they built a shooting range, and especially because my sister and some other like Anna Magnusson were like interested in starting. So biathlon has been like a part of my life forever, basically.
Cross-country skiing is very rooted in Norwegian culture. I feel like everyone does cross-country skiing at some point, so you would think that to stretch it to biathlon is not that big, but it's also a sport that struggles with newcomers. I mean, you have to have a rifle and it requires a lot of time from the parents, so not everyone can do it. But I think that we have a bigger biathlon community in Norway than maybe any other place on earth.
In Norway, the sports in generally, it's a piece of the culture. They like to be outside, even if it's the worstest weather. They like to be in the mountains. It's the culture.
We really want to be known as Norwegianers are born with skis on their feet. So it's definitely a big sport culture.
In Norway, all the guys are strong. I don't know why, but I think that in Norway, you born with the ski, and in Italy, it's not like that.
For sure, it's much easier to come into the sport in Norway. But if you choose, for example, biathlon and cross country, it's almost impossible to come to the national team. And to come to the World Cup is so difficult. And there's so many who make so hard work and they use a lot of money, a lot of the time and take high credit, you know. The Norwegians are totally crazy, take high risk to get good result. For example, Botten, the new star from Norway, last 5-6 years he earned nothing. Maybe he lived from 8,000 to 10,000 euro a year. That was his living.
We are not the biggest team if we're talking budget, if we're talking culture, neither. So I think France have learned to win races and to build confidence. If we're talking about Biathlon, Raphaël Poiré, it was like people who were really into it and they really wanted to win. And I think that was a way for France to like build the confidence. It was just like impossible to win a race against Norwegian or Scandinavian or German. And then the first French athlete won the World Cup and then won the overall and then the world champion and then it was possible. So I think today we have kind of this culture. It's like we're going all in. We really want to win and we maybe not the biggest team, but we have like a big past now.
I was lucky enough to race when Martin Fourcade was there, Simon, his brother also, Jean-Guillaume Beatrix, and all of these guys. I grew up watching them and being a fan, so I was the most happiest guy to compete with them. I remember when Martin retired, TV were a bit stressed about how it will be in France without Martin, but In fact, we were good enough to continue to make people get attracted about biathlons. And today we are not only 2 or 3 athletes who are really good. It's all the team, girls and boys. Everybody is able to succeed. Everybody is able to be the best.
Biathlon is not a big sport in Sweden. We don't have many people who actually do the sport, but the interest from the public is really big because it's easily accessible on the TV. Watching winter sports during the winter every weekend is really big in Sweden. We have this Vinterstudion who airs like every weekend all winter and has done that for like, I don't know, 20 years.
I have a very loyal fan group in New Zealand, probably about 20 people. The races in New Zealand are on at like 3 in the morning, but some of them are getting up and watching, and I'm like, that's some serious commitment, especially Mary and John. I check my phone after a race and it's always those two, always. So that's pretty cool.
Do the people at home recognize you?
Oh, no chance. It would be like if someone was famous for cricket in Austria. Like, cricket's a huge sport in India, and New Zealand, and Australia, and I'm sure if they walk down the street in New Zealand, people would recognize them, but nah. So my mum's actually never watched me do a biathlon race. So she doesn't actually know how I live. Like, she's pretty confused about the whole situation. Like, so you just get paid? Yeah. Like, you can live? I'm like, yeah, I can live. US Biathlon gives me money, I can live. So my mum doesn't really know much about biathlon, like everyone in New Zealand. So she said, Campbell, if you're happy, I'm happy. But are you sure you want to do that?
There is a possibility you can travel back in time and you can give your younger self an advice. What would it be?
Easy. Keep being yourself. Don't listen people who wants to change you. Go full gas and yeah, I will say fuck them, but you will make a sound on that. When you are young, you always think that older people have the answers. If my coaches or someone tell me I have to change it, okay, I will change it, because I thought that they had the answer and me, I was just a young guys, but they know better than me what is important to me.
I see a lot of the other nations, they have a coach and the coach makes the training program and the athletes do the training program and that's it. But for us, it's more like we are growing up being educated in being our own trainers. So every trainer I have has been more like a sparring partner. He will suggest something I can do, I will maybe do it or do something else. And also, when I make a plan, it's not a plan, it's just a draft. So I will say like, oh, today it's raining. Then I'll skip this session and I'll do something else instead, because I hate to bike when it's raining, I'd rather do running. Your trainer doesn't know your body, only you do.
I think the system in Germany is quite the best. So we have a lot of places where we can train in a really professional way. We earn our money from custom, police, military, for example. The base for being a good biathlete in Germany is super good.
Here we have no police or the custom who takes care. Here it's the federation or the others, they are investing themselves. So they don't get paid for doing sports. Or you are good, then you earn some money. If you are not good, you don't earn some money, but many do it for passion.
Well, I think definitely like medals are expected, and I think that if a Norwegian, at least one of the guys, would have a silver, it was like he lost the gold.
We have maybe 12 to 14 athletes in Norway who can make podium in World Cup. And we need to race with 6 people each time, so we could make 2 teams and still have 2 teams who could be maybe 1 and top 3 in the world.
New Zealand athletes, if they did have support like other nations did, they would be phenomenal. But they're always fighting these other battles, trying to get funding and all this other stuff. So now that I do have the support, it makes my job a lot easier, because I realize how lucky I am and how grateful I am to get that. I know I don't feel like I not deserve it, but I know I'm lucky to have it.
I'm very proud to do biathlon because it's very similar for men and women. We have the same prize money, we It's equally as interesting to watch the women. It's the same spectator. So yeah, I'm really proud to be a biathlete.